Hi, my name is Harjot Singh. Today I'm going to talk about the most collaborative of these delivering methods, which is design build. Uh, to start with, what basically is a design build? You might say it's a simple approach to a construction, a team working together from start to finish in a open communication and a purposeful collaboration to deliver otherwise unachievable results. It's the notion that when owners sit at a same table with architects, builders, engineers, and estimators, great ideas, the best ideas are born. Basically, design build calls for contractor and design team to work together under a single contract from day one. The design build is a construction delivery method that provides owner with a single point of contact from both the designer and the construction phases of a project. One entity holds single source responsibility and a contractual risk for every aspect of a build from estimation, assessments, and pre-construction to architecture, uh, schematics, engineering, subcontracting, construction, and post-construction. This level of coordination from the outset greatly reduces change orders, shortens the entire project's timeline, and adds more value for you. And you only need one contract to hold both your designer and builder accountable for design, budgets, schedule, and risk, as it is shown here. The only after owner design builder manages both the design and the construction processes. How does it work? Well, as I earlier said, it is the most collaborative of all the delivering methods. Design build firm will act as the designer and construction manager. Construction is subcontracted to the necessary trade subcontractors. Uh, Contracts for early phases of the work can be rewarded before the final working drawings have been completed. Often, owners will contact with design build firm for preliminary services to establish preliminary design. Since the preliminary design is complete, a basis has been established for an initial contract price. This method uh, is open book delivery format, giving giving you full access to your project cost information. As delivering an exceptional project. Uh, the both the both of quality as well as cost forms the project which is known as exceptional project. Well, the design build process, uh, the stages which are involved in the design build process. These are like team selection, project planning, design, establishing a GMP, construction, and completion. Like in uh, like in team selection, you will choose the firms to make up the design build entity. This will typically be a construction firm, an architect, and engineer. Then moving on to project planning, the architect, engineer, and builder will collaborate with you to create a plan for the project according to your vision and budget. Then in design, the team will create the design of the project with consideration for the project plan and input from you and the other firms from the design build entity. Then establishing a GMP. A host design build project will include a guaranteed maximum price, which is GMP. Uh, we will get bids from at least 3 to 5 subcontractors from each trade pack age to ensure you get a great price. Moving on to construction phase. Uh, one Once the GMP is established, the final decision is approved. Construction will begin. The whole team will stay involved throughout the construction process. And the last step is completion. Uh, this involves the completion of the project which you have started. Then moving on, design build and best value procurement. Basically, it's a selection criteria. Historically, designers only selections or qualification based. Uh, Historically, designers only selections are low price based. Sorry, in place of designer, it's contractor. Then with procurement of design build services, one can combine the two into a best value selection. Then moving on, advantages of design build. It's a single point of responsibility to owner. Uh, in design build, we have reduced delivery time, facilitates teamwork, reduces adversarial, adversarial relations, reduces claims, low risk to owners, high contract input to design. Well, there are some of opportunities like as much as design build is defined by a sole source contract for design and construction services, design build is also defined by attitude of everyone involved in the project. In successful design build project, everyone makes the mental shift to think and act as a single entity. Moreover, design build is intended to be a highly collaborative, fully integrated process that is built on trust and mutual respect, teamwork, innovation, and creative problem solving. Design build unleashes the power of team to deliver projects faster, better, and for optimum cost, best value for money. Uh, then moving on, disadvantages. Well, disadvantages are like less design control and involvement by the owner and the stakeholder. Owner must be highly responsive in its decision making to take full advantage of the speed of design build. The owner does not receive the benefit of the checks and the balances that exist when it contracts separately with a designer and a general contractor. In design build, it may be problematic when there is a requirement for multiple agency design approvals. Moreover, restrictive procurement regulation in a couple of states can also be an issue in this process. Then moving on, risks. Well, well, the level of risk in this kind of method is very less as they work in a collaboration. But still, there are some of risks like difficult to accommodate competitive bid and fixed price, due to incomplete design. Licensing and bonding obstacles for integrated forms. Architect no longer owner's agent. Reduce owner input to design. Then drivers for design build. It's like early completion, reduce owner staffing, single source responsibility, reduces uncertainty, less conflict, and the last one, increase quality. Like I also have added some myths about design build. These are like always led by a developer or a construction company, which is totally wrong. It is simply led by a single entity. The next one, it is a single method. Third one, owner losses all control, which is also wrong. Owner has its all control over the project. Next one, more expensive than the traditional methods. It's the most economical method as compared to the other methods. Only appropriate for certain entities, good for speed, bad for quality. That's it from me. Thank you.